Yeah, my name is Harry Dirth. That's just like Earth with a D in front of it. And I enlisted in the regular Navy in August of 1941. So I was there ahead of the troubles at Gig Harbor. I did get to Pearl Harbor in March of 1943, and I could still see the devastation which was there and think about the number of men that gave their lives at that point. I was in San Diego on the December 7th, went to Pearl Harbor on a big old ship, the Aquitania, which was called a four-piper British ship. Got there in March and was instantly put to work processing all the people coming over to replace the sailors and man the new ships that were undamaged. But it was quite an experience to see all those vessels that were destroyed. Wonderful ships that served well and wound up upside down and burned. It was a moving experience. And I would like young people to know to remember that 1,500 of those or so sacrificed their lives so that we could go about doing our things instead of being controlled by a foreign country.
Hi, I'm Richard Buckland, commonly known as RC. I was in the United States Navy as a pharmacist mate. One of the things that I always regretted and felt somewhat guilty about is I never got into action. I only took care of the people that were wounded and come back to this country. And I think all of us that saw no action have a certain amount of guilt because of that. When I went in the service, you never give it a thought. You were fighting for your country, the survival of your country. It wasn't the benefits you might derive from it. However, we did have some benefits from it that we did not expect. One was the GI Bill, which was a blessing to so many of us in the service who couldn't have gotten to college without it. And then the ability to back our first mortgage. That was a great thing when you were starting a family. You didn't have much money. It got us off on the right track. And through the years that I have associated with different veterans, pretty much those that in my category feel pretty much the same way. We didn't expect anything from the government, but we appreciated what we got because we were fighting for our country. And glad that I did. I have no regrets. Fortunately, I'm the one that I didn't get wounded. But I took care of many that did, both physically and mentally. I worked in a psychiatric ward for a while. And some of the people that then it was shell shock are now known by other names. But the horror of the war that they saw, the things that they saw around them, stuck with them for years. Many of them never recovered. And when I see so many of the people that don't respect the flag, and I think what we fought to keep it makes me angry. It really does. And the people they don't show a sign of respect for the flag. You see them visiting, gossiping, eating when the Star Spangled Banner is sang, or the flag goes by. And it's irritating to us that fought for it. And I guess we fought for your right to ignore it. But it's hard for us that see it a different way. But the best thing our country can do today, I think we've got to listen to one another. Even if we have divergent viewpoints, we should listen to one another, because in the divergent viewpoints there's some seed that makes us stop and think, and maybe between the seed I have and you have, we come out with a common denominator that's going to help us all. And Lord knows we need it.
My name is Jack Chun. Is that what you wanted?
Yes, and how old are you?
Oh, I'm 94, or will be,
Yes.
next month.
And which branch of the military did you serve?
The Army.
And what was your rank?
My rank, I went as a private and came out as a PFC.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And where did you serve?
I served in Europe, was in the invasion of Normandy, went through France, Luxembourg, Germany, the war ended.
Wow, so you were part of the invasion of France. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, it was what they called Normandy Beach, D-Day. We went over with a bunch of troops, and I was in actually an anti-aircraft outfit. So we did not go in on the beach. We stood there and watched it all. And we went in late in the afternoon when it was safe enough to go in.
Is there anything you would like to say to people about, like in particularly young people, about people in the military that they might need to know?
Well, it's a good thing for young people to go in the military. It makes you grow up, makes an adult out of you.